Okay, well, my computer now. Well, computer device, I should say. Or whatever. Anyway, the Pirates won yesterday 4-0. They've lost the series versus the Mets though. Um let's look at this real quick. Andrew McCutchen, this guy number 62 had a home run. Jarrett had a home run in the shutout. Pirates are still in last place if you're still wondering. They have the Phillies tomorrow to start the series. So yeah, and they'll be back home to play the Reds. So they'll be back. Well, they'll be actually back home in Pennsylvania. So yes, but they'll be back home for the Reds and the Braves. Not Braves, the Bowsers, Brewers, or I don't know what they are. Look at the standings. The Phillies had a doubleheader yesterday. They've lost that. They've won the series, but they lost the doubleheader yesterday, and they will get a break. Both teams will get a break, and they'll play tomorrow. So that's good for them. But if you look back at the standings, because they lost that doubleheader, they are 14-8 away and 11-10. No, 14-8 at home and 11-10 away. And the Pirates are at 9-13 at home and 6-16 away. So that is the phenomenon storyline for this. And as you go here for the Steelers, I'm speaking too fast. The schedule that just released it yesterday. This is the preseason, and I know I might have said this before. I wanted them to play other teams in the preseason. Wait. I got to find. Wait. There we go. Alright, so. And I'm lagging, skipping a little bit. My apologies. No, I do not want no offer. Alright, so. We'll come back. I'm going to come back and review this section part right down here about the preseason games. But I also wanted to because I've had my prediction, and my prediction did not go as planned. So, but the last time I talked about I talked about this a few times, and I changed it a little bit. I wanted the Eagles to play the Steelers at pick. I wanted the Falcons to be on the Steelers schedule for preseason, and the Chiefs. That did not happen, as you can see right here. Well, for the Eagles, they have the Bengals, the Browns, and the Jets. That's good that they got the Jets. This is actually perfect that they're playing the Browns and they're playing the Jets. And the Jets, they're playing the Jets. The reason why this is good because the Jets and the Eagles can get back into that rivalry that they had in the preseason from when they started to this date. The Bengals, I haven't played the Bengals in a little bit, but the last time they played the Browns in preseason and the Jets were in 2022. But they played the Browns in 2023. They played the Jets in 2022. And now they're playing them here in the process. But yeah, this is the preseason. So, I mean, it's not bad. But, I just wish that they could have played like other teams in the process. And no, I do not want no college offer. No, thank you. Alright, so this is the regular season, so let's go with the preseason. And as you can see with the Steelers, they could play other teams besides what they're playing this preseason. Now the Buccaneers, I don't know why I call them the Bucks. That's one of the reasons why I hate the Buccaneers. They call themselves the Bucks. The Pirates are the Bucks, not the Buccaneers. But yeah, Pittsburgh leads 4-2 in the preseason versus the Buccaneers. They lead 7-5 versus Panthers. A 7-5 record in preseason, and they lead. And I'm saying this is good. This is good, but also, they also play the Jaguars, which is tied at the moment until somebody actually gets to win that matchup. But yeah, I kind of wanted them to play the Falcons because I have a friend of mine that's a Falcons fan, and yeah. But I really wanted them to play the Eagles, but that didn't work, and instead the Eagles have these matchups, which is fine. Cowboys and Eagles, they play first game of the NFL season, regular season, will start in Philadelphia versus the Cowboys. Well, Eagles versus Cowboys, if that makes sense. I don't know why this is the matchup. It could have been the Commanders of all teams. This should have been, I don't know. And they got the Chiefs. An Eagles and Chiefs matchup, a rematch Super Bowl matchup early. And then they got the Rams. Then they got the Buccaneers. They got the Broncos. They got the Giants. They got the Vikings. They got the Giants again. Then it's bye week. After that, they got the Packers. And no, their bye week's on week 9. But yeah, they got the Packers, Lions, Cowboys, Bears, Chargers, Raiders, Commanders, Bills, and the Commanders. So an 8-game stretch after week 9 in the process. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky going towards week 16 to week 18. The Commanders and the Bills and the Commanders. The Eagles will be away for the both games, and they'll be home to take on the Commanders. So that's actually a tricky part right there in the process. Now Dallas, on the other hand, should be week 15 instead of I forgot what week Dallas in. I don't know. I wrote a list down on the paper. It's not near me right now. Well, it is. It's in its own pile where I have my little notebooks are and stuff. But yeah, this is an okay preseason for the Eagles. Steelers, not so much. And like I said, they should be playing like certain teams. Like, I don't mind the Panthers and the Bucks, but like I will recommend them to play. The Bills, or at least the Eagles again or something. But we'll have to see next preseason. For the Steelers, let's get with the regular season. So they start off with the Jets. For those that were expecting the Seahawks to be on week 10, that's not the case. They're playing week 2. They got the Patriots week 3. They got the Vikings week 4, as you guys already knew. Or know, I should say. And that is a Ireland game, a game in Ireland. So outside of the U.S. And we'll be stoked to see that. This will be the Steelers' first international game outside the U.S. since 2013. Vikings have a few over some time. Then they got the Browns week 6. They have a bye week 5, by the way, Steelers. And then after that, this is who you got after that in the process. And then it gets a little bit tricky and difficult because you got the Lions. No. The Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Lions, Browns, Ravens. I'm more worried about the Ravens than I am with setting up these matchups. But it's fine though. I mean, they also got the Packers on a Sunday Night Football, which is on October 26th, and And that's kind of it, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of it. Um, Eagles. About that, I gotta stop sucking my teeth. I just like doing that for some reason. But yeah, the Eagles and the Buccaneers, week 4, just like last time. So, I mean, the fact that they got the Chiefs week 2, I would recommend putting this week, like week 15 or something like that. Why have a week 2? So they must want this to be early, like very early. And then they got the Rams. They played in the divisional round. They swept Dallas last year. I want them to do it again. And so yeah, so you got basically like 3 opponents after that Dallas game. Well, no. 4 opponents that went to the playoffs that could be tougher towards the to like start off your season. Then you got the Vikings, and then you have the Giants, which may be tricky. So they might end up beating the Giants. I'm guessing this is a Monday night game. Yeah, Monday night game. Oh wait, I have to. And not to mention my birthday's on the 5th of October this month. So if the Eagles win on my birthday, this will be huge. So all the Eagles have to do is win on my birthday. All you have to do is win on my birthday. Just win on my birthday. Alright, yeah. So back to the Steelers and like preseason and stuff like that. They're playing the Jaguars, the Buccaneers, and the Panthers. They're playing 2 Florida teams. Why not play the whole entire Florida team? If you know what I'm saying. But yeah, then they got the Jets week 1, and I should be able to see this. Like I should be able to see this. Now the question is, am I going to go see these games? I'm not sure. I mean, the Panthers and the Jaguars, I might there's a possible chance that I might actually take a trip during the summer to see these 2 teams, to see the Steelers play one of these 2 teams. Pittsburgh probably won't be a good option choice. Well, probably won't be an option anyway. I mean, I might go to an Eagles game during the summer, but yeah. I mean, the preseason's fine, and to go along with this and of why the Steelers have that type of preseason schedule, well, we have to go back to this article that I kind of made myself, actually. Thank you very much to myself. The preseason games are chosen by the NFL teams due to the NFL's agreement while they work on the NFL games, times, and dates for the preseason and regular season. So, with that being said, basically I said Chargers. By the way, the Steelers do play the Chargers. They play them week 10. And that's a Sunday night. That's a Sunday night football game on NBC. So, but what's interesting is the bye week is very similar, because remember when the Eagles started off bad, they've had their bye week 4, and then as soon as after that, the defenses started they started smoking, and then They kept winning until they lost to the Commanders week 16. It's kind of similar, and I feel like the Steelers might actually end up going in that direction. They might win, start off good versus the Jets. They might lose to the Seahawks, Patriots. They might lose. They might win against the Vikings. We're not sure what's going to happen right now. But then they got a bye week, and they'll be. Yeah, it's very similar. It's actually very similar. I just noticed that, like very similar, to the Eagles last season. And for the Eagles, they have like a similar schedule to what the Steelers had in the process. I'll show it again and tell you what I mean by that. But yeah, like coming back to this. Whoops. Yeah, coming back to this. So basically, the NFL teams are allowed to play they're allowed to pick their opponent to have the matchup for preseason. So say the Steelers want to have the Cowboys for preseason. All they gotta do is just put them or matter of fact, how about I just show you guys instead of me just telling you. So how do coaches pick the preseason games? A blah 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 league. Okay, so the league has to have an input. The NFL sets the overall framework for the preseason, including the number of games currently. 3 for most teams, and the disturbance across the weekends. They also. Okay, okay. Alright, I get what they mean now. Teams have the opportunity to shrug matchups with other teams they would like to play in the preseason. So, again, yeah, basically everything like I just said. So, yeah, if the Eagles and Steelers would like to play each other, the Steelers and their organization has to come out and say, okay, they want to play the Eagles, then they have to go to input who they want to play and stuff like that in the process, and the league's approval. So they need to input the team that they want inside the system, some NFL system or something, and then the NFL league has to make an approval and negotiations. So I'm guessing they have to talk with one another, and then the NFL does their thing. But negotiated deals. Basically, I mean, if you guys want to pause and read what I'm going through right now as I'm scrolling up and down, go ahead. But yeah, go ahead in the process. Yeah, this is what I mean by that. And back to, and again, as you come up here, since 2021, the NFL made a rule change to the schedule of the league that will allow all 32 teams to play 17 games in one season instead of 16 games, which was from 1978 to the 2020 era. Each team will play. Whoops, hold on. Sorry about that. Had a do something on my phone for a second. But anyway, like I was just saying, each team will play 5 NFC or AFC teams. Whoever's your favorite team, that team will have to play. If you have an AFC team, your favorite AFC team, such as the Chiefs, they will have to play 5 AFC teams. Yeah. To moving on. Yeah, they'll have to play 5 NFC or AFC teams from the NFC and AFC side of the divisions, meaning they will play a group of 4 teams in an every 4-year span. But there's a catch. And again, I have read this before when I first introduced this, but I'm going to read it again to refresh your memory. For an example, say the Chiefs finished in first place, and so did the 49ers in their own division. They will be able to play the next season, the next year season for a interconference matchup of the 17-game schedule. However, the Chiefs do not have to play the 49ers whole division, and the same goes for the 49ers. It will just be them playing the interconference game or on whatever game of the week of the schedule, basically. And due to the 17 game plus a bye week, which makes it to 18 season, speaking too fast, which makes it to the 18, going to change that to a 18 season schedule or 18 game schedule, however you say it. There are 3 preseason games, but whoever plays in the Hall of Fame game or Hall of Fame battle or game will still play the 3 preseason games, if that's the case. Well, which is the case. And note, NFL Hall of Fame game 2025, we have the Lions and Chargers, July 31st, which is in 2 months. Can't wait for that. And this will officially start off the NFL season. It's on NBC. Game starts at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Camden, Ohio, at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Ohio. So, okay, a lot of reading. Lots of reading and a lot of explaining. But yeah, as you can scroll, as I'm scrolling down, and this is the Eagles' records versus the teams in preseason. They are 4-0 versus the Jags. Jags suck versus Philly, as you already know, or might not know. And they're 4-6 versus the Bengals, and the reason why I said it's good that they're playing the Browns. This is why 9-4-1. This is actually their most glorious franchise. They've actually played in the Hall of Fame. Actually, that could have been a Hall of Fame game if they were chosen, but they weren't chosen. Eagles record versus the Jets. Here you guys go. 17-21. Jets lead. And somebody commented. I'm not sure. I'll check that comment out. But yeah. And for the Steelers, again, if you guys want like plauses as I'm scrolling up and down, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Steelers, Cowboys. That's crazy how the Cowboys have the league in the regular season, but the Steelers have it in the preseason, which is superior. Steelers and the Commanders. This is actually the legendary battle. So is the Green Bay Packers. Scroll up. Yep, Green Bay. This is... Oh my god, no. Okay, Steelers versus Packers. This is the record. And they're also 2-0 versus the Titans, which leads the series as well in preseason. But yeah, other than that, this is it. That's kind of it. Steelers, this is their regular season right here. You guys can find it right now on your devices. It's set, and you guys can go find the schedule anytime, like right now. And that'll be it for that. Now the Pirates and the Phillies. This is the 1,000th time they will play. Not really much for the Pirates right now, except they've won versus the Mets. A bad time for New York yesterday. They've lost versus the Celtics, and now they've lost to the Pirates. So bad for New York right now. Very bad for New York. Mac Miller honored by Pittsburgh Pirates with a bobblehead night. Huh. Okay. Mac Miller. Well, hold on for a second. A prediction. Yeah. Ad blocker. I do have an ad blocker on. Okay. I gotta stop. Why do I keep sucking my teeth? I don't know why. Alright, the Phillies odds to win is a minus 220. Pirates odds to win is a plus a 184 plus. Total runs 9 runs basically. Spread Phillies minus 1.5. And yes, I'll basically be able to see this on the Phillies little sports channel thing, NBC Sports. But if you want to read this clause, this as I'm going up and down, you may do that. And what they're saying right here is all true, kind of. Pirates key players to watch: O'Neill Cruz, Andrew McCutchen, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Isaiah Kenner. So no Jack Sawinski, I see. No Jack flipping Sawinski. So Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, Bryson Scott, and whoever this guy is. And I'm guessing Paul Skeens is not playing. So Pirates and Phillies injuries. Nick Gonzalez is hurt. Okay, I'm guessing a bunch of Pirates players is hurt. And of course they have the score. Phillies versus Pirates prediction. The score prediction. And actually, matter of fact, Phillies might win this game first. And how to bet Phillies versus Pirates, just go right here. Or something, I don't know. But other than that, I think we will know when the Pirates and the Phillies play. Also, I'm going over to a friend's house today, so yeah, you'll see me probably watch the game with him whenever I decide to record it. But we have made it. It's May 15th. I'm a little stoked to see what these two teams have in store tomorrow. The Pirates, they've actually been doing okay since they fired their coach. And some major good stuff has been happening since then. So that little win yesterday was good for them. So as your host, the Jedi is out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.